Hello, guys, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Left Side View with me, Amitabh, and my partner in crime, Rahul. This is our weekly episode of the roundup of professional wrestling. It was quite an action-packed week, in fact. So, Rahul, where do we begin?
I think let's begin with Monday Night Raw. Uh, and Monday Night Raw opened with the promo between all the six participants of the Elimination Chamber match for the world title. Yeah. Um, so again, all the participants came out and a back and forth like I'm gonna win, and then in the end, Brock Lesnar came out. He got into a fight with Austin Theory, gave him a F5, and that's how it ended. I mean, yeah, nothing much to say about it. Yeah, that was a promo. Anything that you want to say here, Hanika?
Yeah, he just used Austin Theory as a coat hanger and he put his cap on his head. So that was funny. That was funny. Yes.
I think we can talk about a couple of more segments from Raw. One was like we talked about last week, uh, that AJ Styles beat Damien Priest, so he probably in a non-title match. So this week we're probably going to see the same match, but this time for the title, which is what happened. But then, unfortunately, another case of bad booking. AJ Styles lost this title, lost this match, and we'll talk about why it was such a bad booking when we talk about Elimination Chamber later. But yeah, again, no sense. It made no sense to have AJ Styles lose this match going into the Elimination Chamber. It definitely undermined his credibility. Uh, I think now we can move on to the main event. Otherwise, I mean, until you want to talk about the Styles this week's match.
Yeah, I mean, again, we discussed this last week. What benefit will Styles have from this match? It definitely consolidates Priest's position as the US title holder. Maybe they'll have a match further down the lane at WrestleMania for the championship. But yeah, did not make a lot of sense booking this match and ending it the way they did. Styles actually lost clean. So yeah, that's about it.
Uh, yeah, we can probably move on to the main event, which was supposed to be the Viper Randy Orton versus the Architect Seth freaking Rollins. Again, Seth Rollins, another participant in the Elimination Chamber match for the world title. This is actually a rematch of I think one of the previous years WrestleManias. So yeah, uh, I think the match, the in-ring action was good. Obviously, that's what you would expect between two of the best wrestlers of the generation, Seth Rollins and Randy Orton. But again, like last week, we saw some interference. This time from Alpha Academy, who came out, and then in order to fend them off, Riddle followed, which led to a distraction, and that distraction gave way to Rollins giving a stomp to RKO and getting a victory. I mean, it kind of made sense in a way because Rollins was a participant in the match of the world title, but yeah, Orton wasn't, so it made sense. So that's how Monday Night Raw ended. And anything that you want to add about this match or any other segment from Raw, Mita?
No, I mean actually a classic case of weekly booking that WWE has been doing for so many years now. Um, this match is like, as you said, a WrestleMania level match. But the point of booking this, again, they are just they have put all their eggs in the Reigns Lesnar basket, and everything else is secondary to them, and it shows. And their lack of interest in all other storylines is, I think, you know, it comes across to the audience as well. I mean, a match of this magnitude, this proportion, but nobody was really looking forward to it. The match did deliver. I mean, these two experienced stalwarts, they did the best they can. But yeah, Alpha Academy coming and interfering, Rollins winning through the cheap interference, and that's about it. I mean, the Raw main events used to be something that you go home with, thinking about what is going to happen next. But nah, this one did not evoke those kind of emotions. Yeah.
Yeah, uh, I think we can probably move on to SmackDown now. And before I think we talk about the main event or the main segment, we can probably mention the match briefly. between Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn. So we had a match between these two for the Intercontinental title, which Sami Zayn won, and he's your new Intercontinental champ. So let's see what's in store for these guys. I've got a feeling, in fact, I've even read rumors that maybe Sami Zayn could defend his Intercontinental title against Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania. Yeah, but
I mean, okay, I am dumbfounded. All the best to them. Nakamura had the title for 182 days, and when they were in NXT, I used to hear from my friends. I don't follow NXT that well, and they used to say that Nakamura versus Sami Zayn is one of the best in-ring performances and the whole overall feud as well. And this is what it has all boiled down to. So Johnny Knoxville, Bad Bunny, whoever wants a title shot can come and get a title shot. And this is the IC title we're talking about. Technically, this is before the title split. This used to be the second most important title. I mean, yes, the first title holder was Pat Patterson and all that stuff. But when we were there, starting off with professional wrestling, The Rock and Austin and Triple H and people like this, they used to fight for this. This is what it has come down to. Really nothing more to add.
yeah, and then the final promo between the other Elimination Chamber match, Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. I mean, bullshit match.
We're doing this preview, but I mean, I hope our disappointment is coming across. We are not condescending, and please try and understand that. But again, the lack of interest that the WWE is itself showing in its storylines, um, it's just a sad state of affairs. I mean, booking absolutely randomly, and nothing makes sense. Um, yeah, maybe what we can do, Rahul, is from next week onwards, if there's nothing to say, we can just skip the whole event. It's better to it's it's better to talk about. I will say seriously, it's better to talk about AEW in detail because at least we have 7 8 good storylines there.
I mean, tell
What
me
do I
what was the
say?
promo about? Like Roman Reigns came out, said his shtick, and then Goldberg comes
Yeah,
out. He's like, instead of
yeah, he
the
dropped the
only
mic.
difference was instead of saying you're next, he said
He said,
I'm next. That's it. Like that's your go away, go home promo. When there's a
yeah,
world title match. Come on, man, I'm next.
and actually he was next because he lost.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
You're right, man. We gotta
I
stop
mean, I
talking
mean,
about.
it's better they just sell the company
Yeah.
and they just stop this embarrassment because
Seriously.
I mean, maybe they are earning a lot, so well done to them on that front. But the product stinks. Um, Again, we don't want to be very harsh in our judgment, but this is not harsh. I am actually um, not portraying the feelings that I am having for this. I'm actually understating right now, to be frank. So yeah, whatever. Yeah, SmackDown was SmackDown. I mean,
But yeah, I think if the rumors are true, then yeah, I think this was Goldberg's last match. I think he is a free agent now. Hopefully, we'll not have to see him.
I hopefully I do not see him anywhere else as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
I mean, the Goldberg we saw, shit, man. I mean, they're just destroying their own legacy in terms of the company, the product, the characters.
Yeah.
And I don't know, so many intelligent people, nobody is seeing this, the reality. Um, Good luck to them, man. I mean, really can't talk about WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the weekly. I mean, if you can't do it, don't have weekly shows. It's better to have 2 shows a month. But then you put on a weekly show and then you deliver nothing, absolutely nothing. I mean, even nothing is better. Now they're delivering nonsense. So Yeah, we can move on now.
Yeah, I think we can talk about another big news that rocked the world of professional wrestling, which is Cody Rhodes, one of the co-founders in a way, one of the EVPs of AEW. I mean, obviously we all knew that he was a free agent, but nobody thought that he would actually leave. But then it does look like he has left. I mean, and which is again okay, but at the same time, there are rumors, even strong rumors, of not only him leaving but returning to WWE. So yeah, what a turnaround this has been.
Yeah, I mean, at least these intercompany wars, this is going to help individuals, because if you actually take a look back, Cody was not really instrumental during his time at WWE. I mean, yes, he was working under a lot of constraints,
I mean, he had the whole
but
Stardust gimmick.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he always blamed the company for that, right? But he did not. He was not over. Let's put it plainly.
Yeah,
And even when he came over, he came into prominence when he started dissing WWE and started calling out the challenges. And then when he came, I mean, when he started or helped Tony Khan start AEW, even then he was not the biggest draw. I think it was Omega and Jericho and the Young Bucks. Even in that, in those, I mean, in that list, he was way down. So the rumors right now are that he'll join WWE and maybe he'll appear in WrestleMania this year. So good on him. Let's hope he gets some freedom to do what he wants to. But again, if someone has let you go, there has to be a reason to it. What I heard was he wanted to keep his father's legacy and he wanted to book matches according to that, a freedom that was not extended by Tony Khan. So let's see how much freedom WWE gives him if he joins them. And if not, then let's see what the next chapter of his life is all about. There was always also rumors that the backstage, the AEW backstage, people were happy that both Cody and Brandy, I mean, they were touted as bullies and stuff. So some of the wrestlers came out and said that no, this is not the truth. But I read one of those things that I read. So yeah, that's about it.
yeah. I think there was another rumor that there was a clause in their contract wherein Tony Khan could have extended their contract, like even if Cody did not want that to happen. But then Tony Khan was like, since he could clearly see that Cody was not happy, he did not exercise that clause in his contract. He was like, yeah, he let him go and he was okay with it.
And there's also this financial crunch angle because Cody would not come cheap. And yeah, they have signed a lot of talent, and of course, all of them, must be be paid handsomely right now. So there's also the financial aspects to look at, just like our Barcelona, I guess, letting one of the huge wage earners go. So yeah,
Yeah, I think I read another rumor that he wanted to be like one of the highest earners. He wanted to be on par with Jericho and CM Punk, which was obviously not going to happen. And to be honest, shouldn't have happened either. He's not nowhere
he
near a
doesn't
draw.
have the crowd pull. He doesn't have
Exactly,
the crowd pull.
exactly.
So it is difficult. It is difficult. Jericho and Punk, no man, come on, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, we can move ahead.
I think another interesting thing that we can talk about is Ethan Carter, EC3, I think, and Braun Strowman are now known as Adam Shear. I think they've got this whole gimmick going on with control your narrative thing. So news has come out then that they're actually starting their own promotion with this name. And they're also on the lookout for a TV deal. So yeah, like everyone wants to start a wrestling company these days, I guess. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I think
Yeah, I mean, is do they have any financial backing as of now, or are they looking at options?
I it, not much has been released, but yes, what I've read is that they
Yeah,
are looking for a TV deal. So maybe that's how they will look to. It will not really be like they will look to sign guys to contracts. I think it will still be like an indie show in a way that someone like wherein people can come in who are, let's say, signed to other promotions but still compete. And yeah, the
Yeah,
idea is to
pay
give
per
total
match
creative
kind of a
freedom.
deal.
Exactly, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
and I think
More, more the competition, I think the better it is for the industry as a
uh,
whole. So
uh,
let's see if this
the less we have to
materializes.
watch WWE.
I mean, no, we don't watch professional wrestling if it's only down to WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, I think another interesting news that we can probably mention is Impact Wrestling's Josh Alexander. Uh, he tweeted that his work visa expired, and I mean his contract with Impact Wrestling ended, expired, and which is why his work visa also expired. So not really sure if it's true or if it's just a storyline. But just a couple of weeks ago, Brandy Rhodes dropped Josh Alexander in her promo with Men of the Year, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Not sure if he's going to re-sign with Impact or we will see him in AEW or not sure. But yeah, I just wanted to mention this. Uh, I think we've got to talk about I think one last thing, maybe the pay-per-view. Uh, Last night with WWE, the Elimination Chamber in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Uh, I think the Goldberg versus Roman Reigns thing, Gold Goldberg at least Goldberg lost.
yeah, he was next, so he lost. Made sense.
Yeah, but now we can probably move on to the main event, which
I
is
mean,
Raw.
I mean, just one more thing. I think that was a 6 minute match. That is that you might as well finish it in 26 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think yeah we can probably move on to the main event, the Raw Elimination Chamber match. Some parts were good, some were not. Again, some of the booking decisions again were so stupid in a way, like not even stupid. In my opinion, some of the decisions were just downright degrading and disrespectful. I understand like uh, they wanted to save I guess Bobby Lashley, so they gave him a cop out of that he had a concussion, he couldn't return. But then guys, like Riddle, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, like come on, these guys are some of the best wrestlers of this generation. And Brock Lesnar comes in and he eliminates three of these guys in 3 minutes. He comes in F5 to Seth Rollins is gone. Someone like Seth Rollins has managed to beat Brock Lesnar already at a WrestleMania event clean. But here he was showcased as someone not an even match. Even Riddle was like, he is one of their future stars. Uh, AJ Styles, man, come on, the phenomenal AJ Styles, one of the best to ever do this. Again, just one F5 and they're done. I don't know, like it's like you said that it's all their eggs are in one basket, which is uh, title versus title match, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. But again, you're not gonna have just one match. You're gonna have a WrestleMania that's gonna take place over 2 nights. We're probably gonna see 10, 11, or 12 matches. So it's not just about one match. What about the other 11 or 10 matches? It's like those matches, those wrestlers don't matter. I mean, you're gonna depend on the other wrestlers on the entire roster. But still, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns has all the titles and has all the crowd and everything. And
yeah. I mean, even their sequence of elimination, they actually kept Austin Theory till last. I don't know why. And again, yeah, 3 minutes, three eliminations. What are you trying to prove? I mean, does Brock need that impetus? Um, and if it had to be a squash match, um, why AJ Styles, man? Why Rollins? These people have actually been carrying your company, doing the dirty work. Um, Even when Brock shows up, he's there for in his in-ring matches. They are like so boring, and his my skills, we all know what that is all about. So these people have been carrying the shitty product that you are serving to us for years now, and this is what you do. So yeah, I think degrading was a very apt term that you used. And where do they go from here? We all know how the storylines are built. We know how feuds are created and how it all culminizes. So we are like 20th of Feb now, and none of the storylines even have started sprouting as we speak, except for the Roman Reigns and Lesnar's thing. And now they have started advertising champion versus champion. Yeah, great. But then, so you'll have one title match less at WrestleMania. So that is a given. So what do you do with all these superstars? Then now you'll have to create in a jiffy, in a jiffy, you'll have to create feuds, and nobody's going to buy into it, man. Nobody's going to buy into it, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is. So it's okay. We
yeah.
can
So
move
let's
on, I
talk now
guess.
about the AJ Styles versus Damian Priest match. Like again, AJ Styles lost that match against Damian Priest, and even in this match, he was made to look so weak. So what was the point? Like, maybe if he had lost the match against Damian Priest, and then later he would have won this match, it would have made sense in a way. But the fact making him lose both these matches again makes no sense at all. But that's WWE. I know we talk about WWE a lot, and yeah. So let's talk about. I think we can probably move on to AEW now, Mikal.
Yeah, I think we can move ahead, Rahul.
Yeah, I think we can start with the way AEW opened, which is with the CM Punk promo. He was in ring in his pose wherein he was sitting and had some memorabilia and items with him. So something that he took out was a photo, I think, and a lot of these things that he had with him. So in the end, the idea is that it's going to be a rematch between MJF and CM Punk, which is going to take place at the AEW Revolution pay-per-view, which is going to be on March 6th. Another thing that actually reminds me, the pay-per-view term. So in WWE, for some reason, Vince McMahon has stopped using the term pay-per-view. He has banned the word pay-per-view. They're now calling these pay-per-views premium live events. They don't call these pay-per-views
Okay.
pay-per-views. They call them premium live events now. But yeah, AEW
Uh,
has been using this term. So yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's a dog collar match that we're gonna see between CM Punk and MJF. Anything that you want to add about this segment, in fact?
yeah, I did after last week when Punk and Moxley defeated MJF and no,
FTR.
FTR, yeah. So yeah, now again he gets his rematch against MJF, and so they have started the build for that match now. Punk showing that when he was young, MJF was actually a fan, and that is what is driving him. He wants to be like Punk and stuff like that. And then he put out the crawler and the chains and said it's going to be a dog collar match. So yeah, good promo. Actually, a great promo. And now, if for the next couple of weeks, we build to the match and then see how they take it forward. Again, this is too fresh to be concluded on March 6th. I think this will continue. There will be a third match, and then maybe then they'll let the dust settle on this one. So most likely Punk will win this time around, so that the third match makes sense. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Nice
or I
promo,
think
liked it.
yeah, I think or maybe what we could do is maybe, or maybe what Tony Khan could do is maybe hold off on having the third match. Maybe when they have the third match maybe involves a championship or something like that to make it even more fresh. I don't know, but then again, these are things that you would expect from AEW. These are which are just natural, unlike WWE. But again, we can move on to the next match, which was Brian Danielson versus Lee Moriarty, one of the indie guys or young guys. I think they had a great match, great story that Brian Danielson wanted to tell. But then again, the focus was not really about the match. It was Brian Danielson waiting for an answer from John Moxley. So once this match ended, Bryan Danielson called out John Moxley. John Moxley came out, took his time, and then again we had a great back and forth between these two guys. So finally, John Moxley was like, he didn't say yes, but he didn't say no either. He was like, I don't like. He was like, till the time I don't bleed with anyone, I don't share or meet or something like that with
He
that
said,
person.
I don't shake hands with someone before I bleed with them. So that naturally points to a match between these two. Uh, again, something that we did not see when they were at WWE, and it's going to be violent. When these two face off, it's going to be a bloody match, and they have kept that option open, whether they'll be engaging in a long term feud, or whether they'll join hands. So that is an aspect that like interested me, because we were of the opinion it will be a yes or no, but they have not only kept that open ended, but they've also added a match in between. So maybe they'll have a fight first and then the decision will be made. So again, this is something that will be going on for at least a couple of months, in my opinion. Rahul?
Yeah, and again, like you said, that even though it's not something that we saw at WWE, but then my point is, even if we had seen this match at WWE, I would still feel like, if two performers are having a fight or having a match in WWE, that'll be a totally different match to the match that two performers can have in AEW, because of the creative freedom and the ability to express themselves is given to these performers in AEW. I mean, this Bryan Danielson is totally different to the Daniel Bryan we saw in WWE. This John Moxley totally different to the Dean Ambrose that we saw in WWE. So yeah. Next, we can probably move on to the Hangman, the AEW World Champion promo. Like we saw last week, that after Hangman beat Lance Archer, Adam Cole came out to give him his championship, indicating that he would be next in line. So yeah, this time out, Adam Cole came out. Story of two Adams. We've seen this match before in Ring of Honor, and which is what Adam Cole also alluded to, that usually when these two have been together in a promotion, uh, Hangman has always been the other Adam. But this time out, the tables have turned. It's Hangman Page who's the champion, and Adam Cole is kind of the other Adam. So yeah, Adam Cole looked like he was displaying signs of a face turn. Didn't really look like his usual heel self. But then yes, that was all. We all know that that was only a ruse in a way. The promo ended, and it has been made official that these two will face off against each other at the Revolution pay-per-view. But then as soon as Adam Cole left the ring, his compatriots, who actually Kyle O'Reilly, who actually returned after the paternity leave. So Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish returned, and they started beating down on Adam Hangman Page. But then that's when Adam Hangman Page, I think, compatriots in the form of Dark Order, came to the ring to make the save. So yeah, uh, I think interesting things to kick off this feud. Anything that you want to add here, Vikas?
Yeah, so Adam Cole getting into the championship scheme of things quite early in his career at AEW, so good for him. And I think as long as Hangman Page is there, he is going to be the face until unless they plan something drastic for him. And yeah, this kid started a feud that will, let's see how long they take it forward, because I think almost everybody is busy with their own storyline right now. So yeah, looking forward to this. Haven't actually seen them wrestle, so yeah, something new, something fresh. Happy with the start of the feud.
Yep. Uh, I think now we can move on to the match between Inner Circle Brethren, Santana and Ortiz versus Jake Hager and Chris Jericho. So, like we talked about earlier, I think that Eddie Kingston was involved in this feud as well. He was injured, so hadn't really been appearing in on television. But then, as soon as the match was about to start, Eddie Kingston's music hit as well, and yeah, he had recovered from his injury, and made sense for him to make his appearance now. So yes, he also came out. He was on the sidelines as well, cheering his LAX brothers Santana and Ortiz. I think yeah, in the end, it was in a way. I think this is again leading to eventually a payoff, a match between Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho. maybe it will be like whoever wins will get Santana and Ortiz. But yeah, I think in a way that is what actually cost Chris Jericho and Jake Hager the victory as well, because Chris Jericho was actually focused on Eddie Kingston in a way which led to a distraction, and that's how Santana and Ortiz capitalized and put their finisher on Chris Jericho and got the victory.
Yeah, so since Eddie Kingston was the person, sorry, who sowed those seeds of doubt in Ortiz and Santana, so it just made sense for him to be ringside, and I think this is the beginning of the end for the inner circle. They'll have their own individual storylines. Yes, this will go on for some time, but I think that's it. They have had their fight with the Young Bucks team. I don't recall their name. So those the entire group has done. I mean, done what they could have. Now they'll be off to newer pastures. But yes, this is definitely leading us to a fight between Kingston and Jericho, and maybe that person becomes the leader of the cabal or whatever. So let's see how it turns out. But yes, Santana and Ortiz is no longer part of the inner circle now.
Yeah, I think we can probably move on to the main event, which was again a very mouth-watering, match between uh, the current TNT champion and the former one of the former TNT champions in the form of Darby Allin. I think again two of the biggest success stories of AEW. We've seen this match before in AEW. We've seen this match before on the independent circuit. And again, these two performers, whenever they're in the ring, they just give their all. So yeah, I think we had a great match, a great back and forth between the two, uh, which was eventually disrupted by Andrade El Idolo and I think his stooge or whatever his name is. Uh, and yes, it does look like I think Andrade had been trying to recruit Darby Allen before, so I think Darby had been rebuffing his advances. So yeah, it does look like uh, we could probably see maybe a one-on-one match between uh, Darby Allen versus Andrade, or maybe we could see a triple threat match for the TNT title. Andrade versus Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allen. Because yeah, in a way it makes sense because the thing with AEW is that they don't really do a lot of pay-per-views. So for them, it's like they do a pay-per-view every 3 months. So they want everyone to be somehow involved in those pay-per-view matches. So it kind of makes sense. Otherwise, there is no point, for someone like Andrade, let's say, to be off a pay-per-view. So yeah, it's gonna be something fresh. It's gonna be something exciting, and it utilizes more and more of their roster because obviously they've got this huge expanding roster. So yeah, Amitabh, anything that you want to add here?
Yeah, so I think the triple threat makes more sense. And just a word of caution, they have gotten two, three storylines for Darby Allen, but the unfortunate thing is he has not won even one. So I don't know what their grand plan is. And they have always touted Darby Allen as the future of AEW. But somehow the results are not going his way. Even here, he lost. And again, just makes me wonder what they have in store for him. Maybe there's the big payoff for him waiting if in the future. So yeah, because as far as I can remember, he has lost most of the feuds that he has been a part of. So yeah, maybe something better will come up in the future. But for now, yes, a three-way title showdown makes sense because otherwise there's no point of Andrade being involved in this match. So yeah, the match was great, by the way. It was an awesome match to watch, and yeah, kudos to AEW.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara actually suffered a legitimate injury. He had an eye injury, a cornea injury. So yeah, he just tweeted that he is probably going to be back soon. I'm not really sure if he's going to miss any action or he's going to face some time out. But yeah, he did. Uh, Obviously, a match like this will always leave some bruise, some scars on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Uh, I think we've covered most of what happened here. Um, and yeah, this actually does kind of bring us to the end of this podcast, guys. So I think thanks for tuning in, guys. And yeah, before you go, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment this video.
Thank you guys for your time. Take care. Bye bye.
All right, guys.